Previously on Turtle Crossing.
We are en route to 50 Point. Dead ahead, a couple hours away. Harry, always Harry here.
Despite some nerves, we successfully made it to 50 Point Yacht Club as part of a club cruise. And now that we're here, it's time to explore.
Let's go get some food. Season 3, here we come, bitches!
While the 50 Point Yacht Club is cozily nestled in a serene cove, the 50 Point Conservation Area actually opens up to the expansive shores of Lake Ontario, and it boasts one of the warmest and cleanest beaches, apparently, that you'll find on the Great Lake.
Going the right way. We're following you.
Ants?
I think they're those little tiny red spiders. Yeah. They're little tiny red spiders.
Hey, these are and a big jumping spider.
And a jumping spider there too?
Yeah, see?
I wonder if they're friends. I don't want to go into the long draft here because they have ticks, maybe.
Instead of going to the main beach, we decided to go to the dog-friendly beach, which is a little bit more secluded and has dogs.
She's really friendly, guys. Don't worry.
Okay, I was talking real nice, so.
She's really, really friendly. Don't worry. It's wet.
And so we played in the water, skipping rocks, or in my case, just throwing them in the water, until it was time to head back for a quick drink at the club restaurant, and then a barbecue with the rest of the boats from our own yacht club.
Ready, Chris?
Gonna throw another rock? Always just makes a splash.
One.
It skipped like 5 times. Oh.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, he did our sale.
Sometimes you trip and you fall. But you're good overall. And like your sun shirt is to protect you from solar rays. We wear sun shirts all day.
So we just got kicked out of that restaurant. They sat us down, gave us menus. We picked up what we wanted when she finally came back, she said, actually, you can't stay here. You need a reservation. If you have a reservation, you can stay. Well, we're already sitting. So we don't care. We already have dinner. We're just going to go for a drink and french fries for William. So we're going to wait till the barbecue later and probably not return as patrons to that place. That sucked.
Yeah, we're gonna. I need the space for a second, okay? Can you stay outside?
Stay out with Tata.
Thanks.
Dann will mein Haar.
Yeah, in just a minute. Just stay in the shade. Oops.
What are you doing, Sarah?
I'm taking the stair off. To get at our bilge, like our deep bilge, because there's this like terrible diesel leak. Some boat is leaking terribly. I don't think it's ours. I can't imagine it is ours because our bilge pump hasn't gone off. But they did give us, it's all around our boat and our two neighbors' boats over that way. They've kind of like boomed them off or something is what they said, like to stop the spread of the oil, but it's going everywhere.
A new boat had arrived beside ours while we were gone, and the dock crew suspected that they were the source of the fuel leak, but they were nowhere to be found.
The water seems to be moving towards us from that direction.
Yeah, I think it's not us. I'm almost 100% sure it's not us. But it still makes you feel real bad, like
It
that's
could
a
just
big
as easily
leak.
be us, and what would you do?
But like nobody's near their boat, right? So
We decided to go camera-free to the barbecue so we could focus on socializing. But it was a blast, and William tired himself right out running around with the other boat kids.
morning. We just woke up and took a shower and had coffees and stuff like that. And I'm just waiting on Chris and William to get back from the washroom, and then we're gonna turn on the motor and start heading back home. There's no wind today, but that's okay. We'll probably end up having a motor. Well, there's a little bit of a breeze, so we'll see. One of the things we did to make sure that if there was any diesel in our bilge that we were absorbing it, is to put one of those like absorbent pad thingies, like it's like a sheet, and they've put some in the water as well. I'm not sure how you can really clean up these spills. Like, they're doing the best that they can, but so we put one of those sheets into our bilge, and I gotta take it out now because we don't want that to interfere with our bilge pump. And while I have this open, I might suggest to Chris that we check how much fuel we have. Let's see if I can reach it with just my hand.
Can you have a pizza?
No, not right now. It's still early.
Or,
Still breakfast.
or some
Hey, handsome man. Was that difficult to shower him in there?
No, that was like it's huge. Like
Oh, mine was so tiny.
the bathroom is bigger than our boat is. That one right there, it's like a handicapped one, but it's just a big open space and a big open shower. Like you could fit a couple wheelchairs in.
What? I just had a tiny stall.
Sucks to suck. I don't know what to say.
I'm glad that you had one that was big enough for you and well, because I was thinking if it was like mine, there was going to be a difficult shower. But thanks for your sympathies.
Yeah, I have sympathies.
You just said sucks to suck.
Yeah, I guess I did.
If you're curious as to what Chris is doing, this is how we check to see if we have enough fuel, because our fuel gauge is broken.
Yeah, so like
So
almost
lots of fuel.
doesn't register like what we. I mean, yeah,
There's still lots.
Yeah, there's still lots.
I don't think it was us.
It was probably less than like a cup of diesel. Like,
In the water,
yeah, it just spreads so thinly.
it's got to be more than a cup.
Like
It
a
was a
little
lot
bit
of
goes a
these.
long way.
But okay, good. I'm just glad that we have, because we're going to be motoring probably most of the way. So.
Good stuff, Sarah. Oh, we didn't film it.
Yeah, we did. The camera's here. That was really smooth. Oh, I feel rain. There's a little bit of wind. There's some rain too. We'll see. Immediately got rain on the camera.
So there is some wind, I think. It's hard to say because there's not a lot, and it's coming directly from in front of us. So it might just be because we're motoring at 5 knots and it feels like there's 5 knots of wind. But maybe it feels like 8 knots and we're motoring at 5 knots. So there might be 3 knots of wind dead on the nose. So we might want to sail in a little bit.
Yeah, and if the wind's coming directly in front of us, then that means we're gonna have to zigzag all the way back, tack a whole bunch.
And shore to shore across
Shore to
Lake
shore.
Ontario.
Yeah, so it's not the fastest way to get back, but I know sailing's not about being fast, but we
Have work
tomorrow and
laundry
and groceries.
All the stuff that you don't have at. Oh, yeah.
Well, you have it when you're cruising, but like the time limit is not the same. It's raining quite well. I'm gonna close the hatch a little bit here. Keep the boyo dry. That's the bridge. We are racing now for the 11 o'clock bridge, going 5.1 knots. If we don't make it, I told Chris he could go anchor at Burlington Beach and I'll jump in. What is it? It's a flap flap. It's pretty cozy in here. It's loud, unfortunately. If we were sailing, it would be so peaceful, but that motor is loud. Probably should even have earplugs on. And we're not too, I don't think we're too far away from the bridge. So I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but there's a power boat out there. There-ish. And that's our friend Lazy Bones. And I'm sure, like, when we left, they were still having breakfast. So I don't know. They caught up to us pretty quick. They're turning around now, so they'll probably be going under the same bridge we are.
If we can make this bridge.
If we can make
We're
this
still
bridge.
pretty tight.
15 minutes. We made it with like a few minutes to spare. It is 10:53 and the bridge goes up at 11. A couple of our buddies are going under with us right now. They came from nowhere. I don't know how they got here so quick. I do know how they got here so quick. But there's Lazy Bones plowing his way up here as quick as he can. Yeah, that's who said Mike's boat, you're right. We made it back to Hamilton Harbor, and we had a great time. This was one of the first trips that we had taken on our own, and it was the first time we felt like we could do this, the big adventure that we have planned. We're making our approach now to the Harbor West docks. We're having a serious debate about whether or not we should go. There's another one of these exchange yacht club things next weekend to National Yacht Club. And we're talking about doing it for the experience because it's in Toronto, so it's the direction that we'll be going when we go to the Thousand Islands. It would be a really good experience. It's a longer trip. It's like 3 days instead of like 3 overall, instead of just one night. But our weeks are so full. Like Chris and I race Tuesdays usually, he races Thursdays. Wednesday, William has soccer, and Chris has to work late any other day he can. So I don't know when we're gonna get all of our major projects done that we need to get done before we go to the Thousand Islands. Even the things that are, oh, it's just gonna be a little project, sometimes they take like a whole week to do, and some of these projects are really big. So I don't know if we can. It'd be nice to do it. We'll have to figure out what all we can do in the time we have to do it. But join us next time as we attempt to get some boat work done in the rain. It started raining. This is the point in the process where it starts to be less fun. And head to National Yacht Club. Thank you all so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed the episode, and a huge thank you to our patrons for all your support. We really appreciate you guys. Remember, we have brand new episodes every Thursday and early releases for our patrons. Catch you next week, sail fans.